Good morning, Dan. It's Hans. It's so great to see you now for our second episode of Conversations with Dan. Since we now have a second episode, it must be a series. But I'm really pleased to be connecting with you today. And my battery's going to die in just a second. I'm all set up. I'm going to keep going and see if I can make it. So our second conversation. I've been doing a lot of professional development with schools this past week. And I've been doing the New Question, New Partner activity quite a bit, which has been a lot of fun. Although I have to mention that Heidi did mention to me that if you Google New Question, New Partner, you get something completely different than what I was intending. So don't do that. If you want to Google it with quotes and you'll get the right thing. Or I'll put the last week's episode right here so you can track it down that way. So sorry about that. In my professional development programs the last week, I have been doing a lot of video stuff. And I said last week that I would talk about video this week. One of the things that I did a couple times this week was the Poetry Project. It's an activity for English teachers where you use the iMovie app to help students interpret a poem using images and sounds and voiceover of the student reading the poem. So I'll put a write-up on that activity available for you if you want to take a look at that. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully you might find that useful. Speaking of video, you sent me an amazing video from, I think it's the 5 Point Adventure Film Festival. Really cool. I spent actually way more time watching it than I probably should have. And I really love one of the lines in there, which is that a ship in the harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are meant for. One of my favorite quotes from my Outward Bound days, and as you know, quote books and quote reading is such an important part of OB. So I love that Adventure Film Festival had that quote in there. It's such a great metaphor, and I love the video. And so speaking of videos, I have a really, really exciting announcement, and I'll talk more about that in just a little bit. But first, I wanted to think a little bit about things that video was good for. So obviously students can make video projects, that makes sense, but you and I have talked a lot about maybe you can do less time in faculty meeting with announcements if you make video announcements that teachers can watch on their own time. I love that idea, especially if you have a little setup where you can just walk into a room and start recording the announcement and you're off and running. I thought that was really cool. Scott McLeod, a great edtech blogger and thinker, had a recent post on using video for the purposes of student feedback. So showing students what you see as the teacher, allowing them to see it so they can use that for feedback to get better at what they're doing. And one of my this is actually not the exciting announcement, this is one of the exciting announcements, is that I'm going to start a Udemy course for teachers teaching with the iPad, in which I use a whole bunch of videos and short clips to teach people how to use the iPad. And I just got my new mic in the mail, my AT, it's an AT 2020 USB mic. I just got this in the mail the other day. I'm going to use this to record my tutorials and my lessons in my Udemy course. So I'm really looking forward to that. Should be really cool. That's not the big announcement though. That's coming up. Hang on just a second. And of course, you know, video is really useful in marketing and marketing for independent schools. I actually wrote a blog post on that a while back, so I'll put the link here. So that's all I have for you today. So, oh wait, no, I forgot to tell you my big announcement. My big announcement is that I just bought a drone. I'm so excited. I just bought the DJI Phantom Vision 2 Plus, which is a quadcopter drone, and I can't wait, with a built-in camera and a 3-axis gimbal, so it just makes buttery smooth video. And I'm going to give you an example link to some footage that I found here that really made me fired up about getting this thing and using it in my video. So that's my big announcement, and that's my thoughts on video for the day. So Dan, I hope you have a chance to be creative today and don't confuse what's urgent for what's important. It's been great talking to you, and I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about next week, so maybe you can let me know some ideas and things that you're thinking about, so I'll think about those in next week's video.